What's up guys, today I've got a special video for you. I got inspired by Jaren's video series where he did a survival series but in a 100 by 100 world. So here I am doing the exact same thing. Here I am creating the world. I decided to name it 100 by 100 because I'll be in a 100 by 100 world. I activated cheats so I can do the world border command. Today is going to be day 0 as I look for an interesting area to use for the border. As I'm exploring the world, I see this big cliff area with like a floating island, and I think that's going to be cool, so I head over towards that. So I get to this part of the hill, and I decide that this is the area that I'm going to use for my world border. I'm going to do the command /world border center, and that's going to make my current position the center of the border. Then I'll do /world border set 100 to make the world border 100 by 100. Now that that's been done, I do a little dance to celebrate creating the border. Welcome back to my 100 by 100 survival series. This is day 1. The first thing I do, as anyone would, is go punch a tree. After that, I make a crafting table to make myself a pickaxe and some fences. Then I went looking for animals so I could put them in a fence so I don't lose them. I find some pigs, and luckily I was able to trap one in a fence. To end the day, I make a little cave home to survive the night. That concludes day 1. Thanks for watching. Start day 2 of my 100 by 100 world with some quick resource gathering before I clear some land for a tree farm. While I'm clearing out the area, I run into a creeper in a water pit, so I quickly go down to deal with the creeper as anyone would. After that, I explore underwater and find some iron, so I quickly mine it before I forget about it. I then decide to start a wheat farm so I can have a food source. To end the day, I plant the trees for my tree farm. Thanks for watching and subscribe. For day 3, I try exploring underground to find a cave, but instead I find some lapis right by the barrier, so I mine that. But unfortunately, I couldn't get it all. I then work on my wheat farm and expand it. Then I do some minor landscaping to clean up the area so it looks nice. I got bored, so I start to explore, and I find another pig, so I trap it in a dirt box to keep it from leaving. That concludes day 3. As always, I start my day off with some good old farming. I then do some landscaping around the wheat farm area before going back and expanding the farm area, so I can of course grow more wheat. After that, I found some surface coal, so I mined that. After mining the coal, I decided to name the room that I left the Room of Secret. The day was almost over, so I went back into my cave house and decided to mine. I found a giant cave with a ton of monsters in it, so I patched it back up and walked away. It was raining on the start of day 5, but that didn't stop me from tending to my crops. While I was farming, I encountered 2 drowned zombies, so I swiftly take care of them. I then go back to my house where I encounter some zombies and a skeleton, and unfortunately get my first death in the series. To prevent that from happening again, I craft a shield. For day 6, I didn't do much. I work on harvesting my wheat and expanding my farm. After I am done with that, I go to the big floating island in the sky and name it the Floating Island of Mu, before looking at the sunset to end my day. Not much happened on day 7. I spent the entire day farming and making my farm more efficient. For day 8, I decided to go mining in the huge cave I found earlier. While I was down there, I killed a couple of creepers before going on a mining spree. On day 9, I encountered an invisible wandering trader. I checked to see if he has any good trades, despite the fact that I don't have any emerald. The next thing I do, of course, is unalive the wandering trader so I can steal his llamas. I start to make a fence area for the llamas to stay in so they don't run away. Now that I have 2 leads from the llamas, I can use one to lead the other pig I found into the pig farm area. After I make sure the pig was in the fenced in area, I start to work on expanding the farm space by adding more grass blocks and fences. Once I'm done with that, I go harvest my wheat crops. I then go back to the pig farm and encounter another wandering trader, but this time they aren't invisible. I once again unalive the wandering trader, but this time the llamas aren't too happy about it and start attacking me. So I make my great escape back to my cave home. Once they are calm, I bring them to the other llamas. For day 10, I start my day by getting wood from my tree farm. Then I go to the underground cave to light it up and mine for some ores like copper. After that, I unalive a zombie and get a carrot drop, which I then go to plant in my wheat farm after making a little section for it. Once I was done with that, I went to the floating island and made a little waterfall down so I can easily access it in the future. Eventually, I want to make a cool water elevator to get up to it, but that's for another time. I then go to the pig farm and feed them carrots to get the parrots and the bees achievement. To end my day, I go up to the floating island and dance as the sun sets behind me. I started my day 11 by gathering a ton of dirt for the sky island. After gathering a copious amount of dirt, I began to place said dirt to make the island bigger. Then I take a look at what I achieved and dance to end the day. What's up gamers? I decided to go caving and found an amethyst geode, which was pretty awesome. After mining it, I found a lava pit and got the hot stuff achievement. To end my day, I decided to harvest my farm. Enjoy me satisfyingly plow through my crops. For day 13, I decided it was time to go big or go home and finally go to the nether. I worked on creating another portal with a little man-made lava pool. Before I go in, I decide to craft some iron armor to protect me from all the troubles I may encounter in the nether. With all my preparations complete, it's time to go to the nether. It's time to finally explore the nether. After going through the portal, I spawn in a warped forest biome. Continuing to explore and jumping over a huge gap, I realize that I spawned on a floating island, which is cool, but I soon find out that there's no nether fortress within the 100 by 100 border and head back to the overworld. So my dear audience, I ask you this, what should I do now? Should I continue playing in this 100 by 100 world, or should I create a new one? Or maybe you have an entirely different idea. Whatever the case, let me know your thoughts down below. I have decided to make a new world for my 100 by 100 series that I'm now unofficially calling 100 by 100 Season 2. I got this seed from Jaren, which has an end portal and nether fortress that are within the 100 by 100 area. So if you're not subbed to him yet, what are you doing? Go sub! For day 15, I set up the World Border Center and set it to 100. Then I went to punch a tree and gather materials. See you in day 16 where I build my house. For day 16, I decided to make my house. I found an awesome beach house design by Big Tony MC that I will be using, so go sub to Big Tony MC if you aren't already. I also encountered a wandering trader while I was building. He had horrible trades, of course. There's the progress on my house. Day 17 will have the finished product. What's up gamers, it's time for a house tour! Here's the outside of the house. I got this design from Big Tony MC, so go sub to them if you aren't already. Now it's time for the inside. Nothing much yet, but I've got the essentials. Upstairs is completely barren as of now. I'll probably put a bed up here eventually. What's up gamers? For day 18, I made a nice little cow farm right by the ocean. Then, to end my day, I harvested my wheat for food. For day 19, all I did was mine. I found some iron, copper, and coal. More cave exploring will ensue in the next wacky episode of me being stuck in a 100 by 100 world. What's up gamers? I start day 20 off with a bang and go mining. Very exciting, I know. But the kicker is that while I was mining, I found the stronghold, which I'm gonna count as a big win, even though I'm stuck in a 100 by 100 world and I was gonna find it eventually. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little bit of trolling and leave this day off here as a cliffhanger and leave the exploration for the next day. While exploring the stronghold, I encountered many a creeper, but also many untold treasures, like these iron pants I found. I also found an abandoned library within the stronghold with a monster spawner. Looking in the chest, I found 2 cat CDs, which is weird, and a golden horse armor, which is neat but useless since I'm stuck in a 100 by 100 world. After that, I find the portal room with 4 eyes of Ender. Looks like I have my work cut out for me. For day 22, I started off with a bang and put a chicken in a fence. I know, crazy. Then I get the big idea to make a little bridge over the pond behind my house. After working on that for a bit, I find some sheep out of nowhere and put them in a fence. I finally get to make a bed and sleep after 22 days. For day 23, nothing big happened. All I do is mine underwater near the stronghold. Day 24 will be more eventful, I promise. I start day 24 off with some nice relaxing crop harvesting, and then immediately go to mine. While I was mining, I found some diamonds. And then after finding those diamonds, I found another mob spawner, which contained a new CD, some pumpkin seeds, and a name tag. I decided that now I have diamonds, it's time to make a diamond pick and get some obsidian. We finally made it to day 25, such a huge milestone, and for such an occasion, I gotta do something big, so let's go to the nether. But first, I gotta make the portal, so watch a little montage of me mining obsidian. Now that that's done, let's make the portal. Once inside the nether, I start mining in a random direction and find the nether fortress, but there's no blaze spawner, and the border blocks me from going further. What should I do? After the tragic events of day 25, I decided to take a nice and relaxing break back in the overworld. I decided it was time to make an enchantment table area, so I spent all day doing that in preparation for clearing out the nether fortress to get blaze rods. For day 27, after hours of waiting, well, not hours, maybe like 15 minutes tops, but you get the point. A blaze spawned, but unfortunately I didn't get a blaze rod to drop, so I decided to spruce up the nether fortress area some more while I'm waiting. Then, out of nowhere, another blaze spawns, and I get a great whopping 1 blaze rod to drop. This is gonna take a while, huh? For day 28, I encountered some pigmen and made quick work of them. I then found one in a hole I made to get rid of items, so I quickly turned it into a trade spot so I could trade with the pigmen. What's up gamers? Right as I logged in, I encountered a blaze. Once I defeated it, I didn't get a blaze rod drop. To help pass the time, I built a little AFK Minecraft track. That time was short-lived though, as on my way back, I encountered another blaze. And spoiler alert, I didn't get a blaze rod. Maybe the next day we'll have better luck. For the big day 30, I decided to hunker down and grind for blaze rods. After grinding a couple of blaze rods, I decided to take a nice break in my AFK area when I was greeted by a nice wither skeleton friend. He was so friendly. After that short-lived break, I went back to the grind, ending it all with 11 blaze rods. I decided to spend my day 31 repairing my tools and armor. To end my day, I farmed for food in a very satisfying way. What's up, gamers? You already know what it is. I start my day off farming, of course. Look at how satisfying that is. Then I make the cows do the birds and the bees, if you know what I mean. Bars. After that, I do some enderman farming to get ender pearls. And while I get that ender pearl, I get blown up by a creeper, so I cover up the hole completely. What's up, gamers? For day 32, I start off by making a potato farm. Look at how efficient it is. After I was done making my farm, I run into a enderman, and while I'm fighting the enderman, my armor breaks as I kill it. Very unfortunate. What's up, gamers? My helmet broke in the last episode, so today I'm going to make a new helmet. Unfortunately, I only get aqua affinity on it. I then decide to go to the stronghold to see how many ender pearls I need. Looks like 8. Let the ender pearl grind begin. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to my 100 by 100 world survival series. Today is day 35, and I decided to start it off with some simple farming. After that, I decided to go mining to find diamonds. And I found a nice little 4 vein of diamonds. What's up, gamers? Today in my 100 world for day 36, I continued to mine for diamonds, and I found some. While I was clearing out the space, I ran into some more diamonds. Now that I have more diamonds, I'm going to start netherite mining. Long time no see. Thought I would start this episode off with some simple farming. So here is me doing that. Next, I took some diamonds that I mined in a previous episode and crafted them into some diamond armor. In the next episode, I will enchant all the diamond armor and get ready to go into the end. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my 100 by 100 survival world. This is day 37. We are nearing the end game, so I've decided to go mining for ancient debris. So here is a montage of me dancing and finding ancient debris. After that, I finally decided to enchant my diamond armor. I got so-and-so enchantments, but that's okay. And then I decided to upgrade my sword to netherite. That does it for today's episode. I will be doing some off-screen grinding and leveling up. And the next episode should be the last, potentially. Hello everyone, today is the series finale of my 100 by 100 world. As you can see, I've done a little bit of off-screen grinding. I've got some new armor for me. My helmet is unbreaking, my chest plate is fire protection 3, unbreaking 3, protection 4, unbreaking 3 for my legs, and fire protection 4 and death strider 3 for my boots. My sword, unbreaking 3, sharpness 4, got some food, a bow with power 4, some building blocks, water bucket. I think I'm ready to take on the Ender Dragon and beat the game. If I forget, I need to craft some Eyes of Enders for the portal. So here's the portal. Let's put in our 8 eyes. Boom, and here's the portal. Ow, 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 I keep getting in that mist. We slayed the Ender Dragon. Alright, and that does it for my 100 by 100 Minecraft series. As always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe.